Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the full moon in Leo, happening on February 1st, 2026. I'm Helena with Helena's Tarot. We're going to jump right into these messages for you. Just going to pull some general messages to see what you can expect during this full moon and the next couple of weeks that follow. Also, you can watch this for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placement as well. So we're going to jump right into these messages here. All right, Spirit, what can my Scorpios expect? What can my Scorpio placements expect during this full moon in Leo? What can my Scorpio placements expect during this full moon in Leo? And the next couple of weeks following, what can Scorpio expect during this full moon in Leo? All right, definitely some independence here. You guys could be wanting to do your own thing. If you're in any kind of romantic involvement, it's possible that you may be seeking new options, or you want to keep your options open at this time. Not really wanting to settle down right now. A lot of sorry, let me fix my camera real fast. A lot of independent behavior, not wanting to be tied down to a particular person, place, or thing, kind of wanting to, do your own thing, so to speak. Let's see what else. What else for Scorpio during this full moon in Leo? What else for Scorpio during this full moon in Leo? What else for Scorpio? You guys may want to have more independence from somebody who was really overpowering and controlling over you, somebody who was very dominating, possibly even aggressive. You could have been dealing with somebody who was very masculine. They wanted everything to be their way. They may have tried to control you at times. Could have been really arrogant and self-absorbed as well. Some kind of masculine energy here that didn't really want you to have any freedom, or maybe they kept tabs on you. They could have, I don't know, they could have stalked you. They could have wanted to, I don't know, go through your phone, or always want to know what you were doing, who you were talking to, and stuff like that. I think you guys want to free yourself from some kind of heavy masculine energy that, once again, could have been very dominating and controlling towards you, and you may want to either end this connection, or like I said, you could be craving some more independence in the next couple of weeks, Scorpio, especially if there is somebody in your life. And it doesn't just have to be a romantic partner. It could be, I don't know, a domineering boss, a manager, supervisor who is they micromanage you at work, and they they don't it's like they don't trust what you're doing, or they always feel the need to keep tabs on you, and you know somebody who just somebody who wasn't allowing you enough independence in a certain situation or relationship. I would see you wanting more independence at this time. All right, what else for my Scorpios during this full moon in Leo? What else for my Scorpios during this full moon in Leo? What else for my Scorpios during this full moon in Leo? Yeah, definitely. Wow, I have two kings here. One of them is in the reverse, the other one is upright. This person could have also been very logical at times. They may have chose logic over emotion. Somebody could have been very calculating as well. This person also could have been very smart. It's possible they liked writing, but I feel like that just may resonate for like maybe one of you out there, somebody who really liked writing, or this person could have wore glasses, but once again, that's very specific. But with two kings being here next to the Nine of Pentacles, I think there's definitely some kind of person. I want to say a man. I'm sensing somebody here. Excuse me. Somebody here felt really trapped in a relationship, or in this very moment, like as of recently, you feel very trapped in a relationship. You feel like there's no trust between you and this person. They're very domineering, controlling, maybe even very possessive of you, but not in a good way. Hmm. Yeah, somebody here wants to get away from like a masculine. I'm sensing wanting to get away from either uh, a boyfriend, husband, possibly a father figure. Like somebody wants to be free from somebody trying to like manipulate them and like dominate them. Let me see what else. What else for Scorpio during this full moon in Leo? What else for Scorpio during this full moon in Leo? Please and thank you. What else for Scorpio during this full moon in Leo? Please and thank you. Let me fix this again so you can see all of these beautiful cards here. Okay. Yeah, so there was a situation that you either were involved in or you still are involved in it in this very moment that you are listening to this. Somebody did not treat you very fairly in a situation. You want to break free from a connection or environment that is not very balanced. Too toxic, too dominating, controlling, possibly manipulative. Somebody didn't treat you or is not treating you very fairly in this moment, Scorpio, and you want to break free from that. You want to break free from this person, situation, or environment that you feel like you're not getting anything out of it. There's no balance. There's a lot of possibly even double standards. Because if somebody was treating you or is treating you unfairly, that could, to me, that also leads to like somebody having double standards. Like, oh, God forbid you try to text other people on your phone, but it's okay for me to stay up all night texting people on my phone, or it's okay for me to be glued to my phone, like, I don't know, on Instagram or Snapchat talking to people, but God forbid Scorpio does it, and I'm gonna have a problem with that. I'm seeing somebody here not being treated very fairly by like a masculine energy. Not a really good vibe so far. Let's see. Let me see what this justice reverse is about. Why the justice reverse? Spirit, why the justice reverse? Like, what exactly was Scorpio being treated unfairly about? What was Scorpio being untreated fairly about? What injustice did Scorpio experience with this person? Hmm. Oh, two cards came out. All right, somebody could have been juggling either you and another person, or if not juggling you and another person, juggling you and another situation. There could have been a third party involved at one point. Somebody was very manipulative, cunning. Somebody here is very, very smart. Yes, somebody here could be possibly a Gemini, Gemini, Virgo, or Libra that you are or were dealing with, that was a liar. They were very deceptive. They really took you for a ride and tried to spin a certain story to you just to like keep you on a wheel, so to speak, keep you on like a hamster wheel that you just can't get off of. Like I said, they could have also been juggling you and either something or someone else at one point. Like I said, this person could be a liar. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just sensing somebody here that was I mean, I've already said this like several times. I don't mean to repeat myself so much, Scorpio, but somebody here was or is like very controlling. Hmm. All right. What else for my Scorpios surrounding this full moon in Leo? What else can Scorpio expect during this full moon in Leo and the next couple of weeks that follow? What else can my Scorpios expect? All right. So even though the situation or person has definitely kept you very stuck and in a very like drowsy, well, I shouldn't say drowsy, in a very negative energy, unfulfilling energy, I feel like you are going to come out of this very resilient. I think you're going to be able to find a way out of this connection or situation. And when you do get out of it for good, you're going to feel very resilient. You're going to feel very free. You're finally going to be closing the end of like a tough cycle. You're going to be putting an end to a very possibly karmic and tough, um, very draining cycle that you have been experiencing with somebody here. And even though it's going to suck for a little bit, you're going to be coming out of it stronger than ever. Let's see. All right. What advice do we have for Scorpio? What advice do we have for Scorpio following this full moon in Leo? What else can Scorpio expect during this full moon in Leo? What else do we have for my Scorpios? Ooh, how many cards is this? Two? Yeah, all right. So you guys, the advice here is you guys really have to like push. I know it may not be all of your situations are going to be different. Obviously, it's easy for me to say this, but I think you guys are really gonna take action in trying to get out of this situation or connection that you're in. And it is gonna be very transformative for you. It's definitely gonna be there's gonna be some kind of tower moment involved, or there was already a tower moment, like as you're watching this, you already had this tower moment. But the advice here is to definitely take charge of your life, take charge and move forward ahead to like break free from this connection environment or person that you are currently involved in. And if you do, that can lead to a very powerful and positive transformation for you. Like I said, going back to the Ten of Swords reverse, that you could definitely find yourself feeling a lot more resilient and stronger after breaking free from either whatever or whoever this is in your energy. I think Spirit is advising you to get out of this connection. You're going to have to be brave, though. You're going to have to be brave. You're going to have to, possibly even be a little bit strategic. Like I said, you may have to, especially, I hope some of you don't live with this person. Now, like, if it's a situation where you live with this person, then you will have to be very strategic of like, all right, where am I going to go? How am I going to like get all my belongings and stuff? That may not resonate for all of you. I know that sounds a little bit dramatic, but for some of you, I'm just saying if you do live like with this person, you guys may have to like be strategic on like how you plan on physically moving out of like the house or apartment you share to like have your independence. But I think Spirit is definitely advising to take charge ahead of your life and try to get out of this situation in any way you can. And doing so, that's going to it's going to make you a whole new person. I know that sounds really cliche. I mean, we hear all the time of like toxic and or abusive relationships, and how, once we get out of it, we have to heal and we become more powerful and resilient. But at the same time, there's also a lot of scars and heartache left behind. It's a lot of like healing that you have to do, and possibly therapy and all that stuff. But it's like, thank God we got out of it, though. Thank God we made that brave decision to break free from an environment or connection where we can gain our independence back, and just all around like kind of like build our sanity back as well. But like I said, this is going to be different for all of you. Like, I know I'm talking about it in a very like dramatic way. Maybe it's not that dramatic in the way that I'm describing it, but it's still somebody who, all around, somebody who would just treat you unfairly, does not bring you fulfillment, does not make you happy. All around, somebody who just, you know, treats you like you're an object, like they own you, they could do whatever they want with you. Or like I said, they may even have like double standards. Like I said, it's okay for them to, take hours to respond to your text messages, but God forbid Scorpio takes hours to respond. This person is going to like lose their shit, or this person's going to like complain about it. But anyway, I think, yeah, overall advice is trying to be strategic and finding a way out of this situation, connection, person, whatever this is for you. And doing so is going to lead to a lot of like a powerful, like, you're going to be a whole new person, very resilient. Like a whole new chapter will be opening up for you once you get out of whatever this is. All right, and all right, lastly, to clarify all this, we have the Eight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is just clarifying to me even more that this is definitely something where you're walking away. You're walking away from something or someone. I really hate to say it, but some of you guys can even be like moving out of your home or apartment, wherever you live. If you live with this person, some of you guys may physically, like in this card, hopefully you can see it. I know it's kind of a dark card, but he literally has his little like belongings, and he's walking away from whatever this is. So some of you guys can literally be like moving or walking away from somebody. Definitely some kind of breakup energy here. If it's not a romantic relationship, then a disconnect from, like I said, it could even be a family member. Let's say some of you guys still live with your parents, and you have a really controlling father or really controlling like figure in your life that you like see them on a daily basis, or they're very connected to you in one way or another. Or if this is a job, you're walking away from a toxic work environment that just did nothing but drain you, possibly supervisors or management that tried to micromanage you, like, you know possibly even trying to control the way that you work, the way that you do things. Like, you had really no willpower in some situation here, but you're going to be walking away from that. And even though it's going to be it's going to feel very heavy and possibly even very heartbreaking for some of you, it's something that has to be done because you know that you deserve better, and you know that you will be so much more you will be so much happier on your own. You'll have so much more fulfillment not being in this like completely absorbed toxic situation or environment or relationship that you guys may be stuck in at this time. Yeah, you're walking away from something or someone here, and I definitely think that's what's best for you, Scorpio, in this situation. Zodiac signs that you could be dealing with, I already said Libra, Gemini, Virgo, Aries, Scorpio. I also have Cancer here as well. So you could be dealing with any of those zodiac signs in the next couple of weeks. And what else? Yeah, that's all I really have for I'm sorry, I can't really speak. That is all I have for you at this moment, Scorpio. Comment down below if any of this resonates with you. I would love to hear the juicy tea and gossip, or if you are actually getting yourselves out of a toxic situation. I would love to hear what your plans are, or if any of these messages resonated with you in any way, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. I'm still fairly new to YouTube, so it would definitely help my channel grow. And yeah, you take care, Scorpio. I'll see you during your next reading. Bye bye.